I believe we are now officially live.
Okay.
Well, hey everybody. We should. Hopefully you're seeing Sue and I. We've gone live here, and there might be a slight delay, but it should only be maybe a few seconds. So welcome to
Okay.
Quickfire Fridays. How you doing, Sue?
I'm good. Our QFF, Quick Fire Friday. I love it.
Me
Another
too,
Friday,
me
and
too.
we're going to hopefully build our audience and get the word out. This actually came to be because we're getting so many questions between you and I, and sometimes duplicating, and so we just thought we'd start a format for agents to come live on Friday and ask us anything real estate related, technology related. It could be having to do with your end of the business with marketing. It could be anything technology related, real estate. So that's pretty much why we're doing this. And last week was our initial startup, and we didn't realize it was Good Friday, so we didn't have the plans, but that's okay. We learned the technology piece of this, so we'll keep going with it.
Absolutely, yeah. It probably wasn't the best day to start the inaugural, but I'm actually glad it was. I'm glad it was because we had well, not you, me. I had a few technical things that I'm glad I got a chance to practice. So.
Right. So it's all uphill from here. There you go. So
Yeah.
welcome everybody to everybody who is there. I think Mina is on with us. I don't know who else is there right now, but if you are watching us live, you can go ahead and post your comments and questions in the chat to the right of the box, and we will answer those immediately as soon as we get the question. If Mina can let us know she can hear us, I know she's on. Mina, can you hear us okay? I'll wait for her just to respond and see if we get that. So I know Mina posted a question about using digital ink signatures via the zip forms. I'm just trying to see. Yeah. She had a question about how to make them larger. When you're in the digital ink, when you're setting up the form, when you're dragging and dropping the icon over, you can actually, you should be able to just hover over with your mouse and drag it to make it larger. So I will look for the actual link for that and put that on there for you so we can do that.
Excellent. Excellent. Mina can hear us. She did confirm.
Okay,
I should
good.
remember to ask the questions in the chat box, but
Right.
still figuring this
So
out.
Mina, I know you can't directly talk to us, but chat. So have you tried when you're in the zip forms digital ink and you're on there, have you tried dragging it and enlarging the actual icon for where the signature is? Is that not working for you? I'll wait for her to respond on that. But I know I can send you something, so we will post that out there directly to Mina. I'll put it on your website, on your Facebook page. So also, Mina posted a question from Sig. So I don't know whether Sig is online or not, but he had a question. How can you use your phone or iPad as a GPS?
Well, I know for me, you may have some. I know you have some cool real estate apps that kind of give directions and things like that. For me, I just simply use Google Maps. I mean, I plug in the address I need to get to and hit directions, and it usually asks you where you're starting from, and I just say, I turn your phone automatically will tell you to turn on the extra GPS
Location services, GPS.
Yeah, and
Right.
once you've done that, I just follow my phone. Oh, and frankly, my iPad works the same way. So,
right.
Do you use any? I know you. Well,
I use Google Maps I have the iPhone 6, and I use Google Maps as well. And I just usually, when you're looking at the app and you have it open, the Google Maps, you can put, like you said, I usually put my destination address in there, and then on the bottom left corner, there's a little arrow. You click that, that'll put where your current location is. So wherever you are physically, and then it'll calculate your route for you and show you the route, how to get there. So it's good.
I'm chuckling because Mina wrote in, Sig is lost all the time. I didn't know that. So Sig, Mina's here here to the rescue. So
Right, there you go. But anyhow, so hopefully that'll help Sig get found. He can use he should have Google Maps. I think he has an Android phone, so you should be able to use Google Maps on the Android. I think you have Android, right?
yeah, that's my phone is an Android. It's a Samsung 6 or whatever it's called, and yeah, works great.
Okay, cool. Well, I have one thing that I wanted to talk about today, and while we're waiting for other questions, but some that I had talked about last time, and I do want to just talk about it again because it's a really cool new app, and I'm going to post the link to it in the chat so people can grab it. It is only, I think, available in the Apple Store. I don't think it's available on Android yet, but it's called Periscope. And what Periscope is, it is a live, real-time video. So you can activate the app, and it'll record live what you're doing. So I'm automatically thinking, wow, what a great thing for this tool. You know, you could be at a new listing, at an open house, and broadcasting live. You know, different than just taking a video and sending it out. This is live, and it goes through your Twitter. So it connects with your Twitter account, which is really, really cool.
Have you had a chance to try it out yet?
I've been playing. Yeah, I've been playing with it a little bit. Yep. So
cool.
It's real easy to use. I mean, you just open the app and press start a video, basically, but it's live. And then people can interact just like we're doing now. People can interact via a chat and ask questions and communicate. They can give you little hearts, little signs of love if they like what you're doing. So it's really a cool app. So for anybody out there that's into the technology and want to try something new and exciting, I think it's great. You can do that, like I said, you can send, if you had a buyer, for instance, you tell them to download the app. This way they can follow you. It's just like a Twitter account. They follow you. So the minute you start a new Periscope event, it will send it out to your followers on Twitter, and then they can join you.
Oh, that's awesome. Does it record as well? Like, is there a recording of it after the fact?
It saves the recording. Yep.
Nice.
So then you can send it out later on. But like I said, for me, I just thought that's really cool for any agents who have, want to do open houses, do live events, just anything. You're showing an area, show the Myrtle Beach area. It's live. It's not just a video that you're recording and then sending it out later on. This is live, real time, which is what technology is all about.
Yeah, I like that. Actually, it's kind of cool. I don't know if any owner would ever do it, but it'd be kind of neat if you're doing an open house for an owner and they got on their live from wherever they're at, and somebody asked a question about the house while they're at the open house. You could have the owner sitting there going, "Hey, this is this," or I don't know. Be kind of neat.
Probably wouldn't be good with that end of it, but yeah. So you don't have an iPhone, but you do have an iPad. So you can download the app on your iPad and test it out.
I'm gonna give it a
really
try.
Like it.
Yeah,
So,
I'm gonna give it a try. Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
But anyhow, do you have to use It does. Yeah, you have to have a Twitter account. That was a question that came. So.
That's Teddy. Hey, Teddy, do you have a question that you would like us to answer for you? Anything specific on real estate technology or marketing or any of those kinds of subjects? Just post it in the question box, or the chat box, I should say. While we're waiting for that.
A question from Mina for you, Pierre. Can you tell about L2L, which is listing to leads, and Trulia?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. That actually came up yesterday. There's the funny thing is, I didn't actually realize that there's a feature in listings to leads where you can grab a listing that's in the MLS, but the current way that listing information is pulled in is via the Trulia feed, and all this time, I've been using listings to leads now for 2 years, and all this time it only happened to me once, and I just actually chalked it up to some weird technical thing. But yesterday or the day before, it had happened to Mina a couple of times, and I was talking to Jacqueline, and it happened to her once through many listings that they tried to grab. And so one of the things to note, if you're a listings to leads fan like I am, and I know there's a lot of realtors that do use it for their landing page and lead generation very successfully. And when you do a listings to leads, when you're grabbing a listing, if the listing is not currently live in the Trulia feed, it will not grab it. So one of two things has occurred. One, the listing has not been put into Trulia and may not ever be. And in that case, currently anyway, you wouldn't be able to grab that listing automatically. The second way I believe it can happen is it may be put into Trulia, but it hasn't been indexed in Trulia yet. And so you may have to wait a day or two or so before you can pull it. Either way, even worst case scenario, the good news is that through listings to leads, there's a manual way to enter that information. It's not as fast or as fun as doing it instantaneously, but you can still get all the information in manually. So there's a way around it, and I have asked Scott. I sent the request to Scott at Listings to Leads asking if they were going to start pulling that information from a different feed. I know it was recommended if we could pull it from like Realtor.com. I, of course, haven't heard anything back yet. So as soon as I do, I'll let people know.
Question from Teddy also says, I thought listing to leads came from Paragon.
Teddy, you're absolutely correct. It does. All your listings, any listings that you are pulling automatically through List Hub, are being pulled through the MLS and Paragon. This is when you're going to grab an active listing that's not yours. Examples might be you're doing an open house for another agent, and it's their listing. In that case, that listing wouldn't automatically populate into your listings to leads account. You would have to go out and grab it. And if it's not live on the Trulia feed, you would have to manually pull it in. I will say that most of the time we still do a lot of list grabbing, and for most of them, it's no problem. But it seems to have happened a few more times just recently. So when that occurs, you're going to have to grab that listing manually. But otherwise, everything from listings to leads is connected to the MLS and Paragon via List Hub. I hope that answers your question, Teddy.
Okay. What else you have, Pierre? What you're going to talk about today?
Well, thank you, Mina, for the lead-in, because I was going to bring up listings to leads today. I actually wasn't going to talk about that, but obviously it's an important topic. I was just going to mention for those who don't or haven't tried listings to leads to definitely give it a look, because it is proven to be an incredibly simple and straightforward way to get landing pages specific to anything from marketing a particular property through to using, if you're into FSBOs or expireds. I mean, they got landing pages for, I believe, almost every conceivable marketing option that you can think of. And it's just a real solid landing page platform. And most of the technical work's done for you. And because it's automatically pulling your listings in that you already have entered the information, the landing page is, basically almost self-created, and you can tweak it from there, of course, but it's just simple, easy way to create a landing page that you can drive organic or paid traffic to. And we're using that all the time with our clients right now, and it's just proven to be extremely solid way to generate leads and traffic. So.
Okay. I put the link to the website up there on the chat, so if anybody wants to visit it, they can.
Yeah, and a nice thing, by the way, listening to leads is smart. They do have a if you go straight through that link that was shared, they have a 14-day free trial. If you want to get 21-day free trial, I have an affiliate link that will give you an extra 7 days. But try either one, and really just see how simple and straightforward it is. It's a really nice platform, and there's some good coaching and training that they do on a weekly basis that you can attend via webinar. And I really like the platform that Scott and sort of the main guy that I guess oversees the whole project. They just very responsive, get back to you quickly on any concerns, questions, things like that. So I've been very pleased with their service.
Cool. Also, just to note, this past week, our Coastal Carolinas Association of Realtors came out with an open house app. So people can go on to the store and download the Coastal Carolinas Open Home app, and it'll show all of the open houses that are happening around in the area, as long as the agents have inputted in the MLS and listed it. So make sure you check out the Open Home app. Download it on the App Store.
Yeah, and I haven't tried it yet because, as you know, I'm big on open houses. I think they're an awesome way to generate business and leads and potential clientele. So have you had a chance to try it out yet?
No, not yet. I haven't. I mean, I've seen it in the process of being implemented, but I haven't seen it live yet, actually. I haven't had time to look at it. So, but,
Gotcha. Gotcha. Cool.
But for anybody out there, definitely want to show that, and make sure you show it to your sellers too. So get the information out there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I know one of the new open house apps that is getting a lot of chat and conversation about is AM Open House. AM like 12 AM, AM Open House. And one of their strategies, which I think is brilliant personally, is using one of your connections. Like if you have a brokerage company, or sorry, not a brokerage, like a mortgage company that you do all your transactions through, or an attorney that you do all your transactions through, getting them to pay for the application so they can brand along with you and generate leads along with you. But they pay for the app, and some of the features in it are really solid, I think. So cool. I think it's a real smart tool. Plus, then one of your main partners in your real estate business can benefit along with you. So it's kind of a win-win, I think.
Yeah. Mina had asked a question about, do we need to post open homes also to the app, or do they come automatically? No, you have to go into your listing, and there's actually a feature on the listing where you can add an open house date. So make sure you add it to your listing, and then it'll populate it. The app will populate it through that. So, yeah. Mina, I think you're doing one this weekend. Make sure you put it in the MLS, though, because it's on the app, and then you'll be able to test it out and let us know what you think. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Well, Pierre, we're almost at 2 minutes after already.
I know, it's good. We originally planned these just to be 15 minutes, and but we have talked that they may go longer. Of course, I'm happy to stay for a few more minutes if there's more questions. Right. I did think of one thing for Mina, and you may already know this, Mina, but just in case, open houses, of course, in the Listings to Leads platform, there's the dates that you can set up 2 separate open house dates if you're planning on 2 for that particular property, or you can just set up 1. And then all the collateral plus the landing page and all the print documentation is there for you to use as well. So,
right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you definitely want to post that. And Mina will have 2 open houses.
Cupcakes. Hey, her cupcakes are famous. Her cupcakes are famous. I swear to God, she's going to just have traffic that's going to keep coming back to show up for cupcakes, and of course, hopefully they'll start listing homes with her and/or buying as well. But
there you go.
They're yummy. I love cupcakes, man. I shouldn't like them because they don't do well for my waistline, but they're sure tasty.
Do we have any other questions out there from anybody? Otherwise, I think we're going to sign off at this point, and we will do this again next Friday for another 15 minutes. And as the audience grows, we will extend the time if needed. Bring us your questions. You can send them ahead of time to us if you need. But anyhow, I think, Pierre, I think I'm happy. I like the format of this so far. Peanut butter and jelly cupcakes. Okay.
I always thought she was playing with me because one of the things with my name being Pierre and Jacqueline's of course, P&J. One of the things I used in one of the presentations was we were the peanut butter and jelly of marketing. So,
Oh, okay.
but I'm loving a peanut butter and jelly cupcake. I'm telling you that right
All right.
now. Yeah. So, well,
So-
cool. It sounds like we don't have any last questions. Thanks, everybody, for attending. If you enjoyed it, we hope to see you back. And we also, if you enjoyed it, please share it with your colleagues.
Right.
And I hope you have a great weekend, Sue. Thank you so much, as usual, for sharing your.
It's been a pleasure. Lots of fun. Looking forward to it. And
All
yeah,
right.
get out there and enjoy the sun this weekend. It's going to be a nice weekend. So.
Yeah, I was just out this morning. I was at the chamber meeting this morning, and man, it was perfect. It was so beautiful.
It was beautiful. Yep, it's gorgeous. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, everyone.
Have a good one.
All right.
Bye.
Bye now.